A botanist is cultivating a rare species of plant in a controlled environment and currently has 3,000 of these plants. The populations of this species that the botanist expects to grow next year and next year can be estimated from the number of plants this year and this year by the equation below. According to the formula, what will be the number of plants 2 years from now if k equals 4,000? Round your answer to the nearest whole number. This is a tough looking problem. Assuming that you have time and ambition to solve it, we need to assume courage and attack it. So we're given a formula, and it states that the next year's number of plants that can be grown can be calculated based on this year's plants. And there are some numbers, so let's see what we can plug into this formula. We're given that this year's number is 3,000. And let's see if we can replace n for this year with this number. And what we get is that n next year would equal to 3,000 plus 0.2 times 3,000 times, in the parenthesis, 1 minus 3,000 over k. And it turns out that we're also offered k at the number of 4,000. So that's another one that we can replace. And at this stage, we get a pretty straight mathematical formula. Although numbers are not particularly easy, we can solve it since there is no unknowns and we just need to perform mathematical calculations. Now we have a good clue of how to use this formula, but let's read what we're asked to solve for. And the question asks us about the number of plants 2 years from now. So that means that we need to apply this formula twice. So as the first step, let's find out in 1 year how many plants we should be able to grow. And n for year 1 would equal 3,000 plus 0.2 times 3,000 times 1 minus 3,000 over 4,000. And let's simplify. 3,000 plus, multiplying 0.2 by 3,000, we get 600, times 1 minus, and 3,000 divided by 4,000 equals to 3/4. We would just divide both numerator and denominator by 1,000 to get at that. At the next stage, we still have 3,000 plus 600 times, and 1 minus 3/4 equals 1/4. And it's rather simple, but if you're not very good with fractions, then you should know that 1 is the same as 4 divided by 4. And 4 over 4 minus 3 over 4 equals 1 over 4. If we perform this operation, 600 times 1/4 equals 150 plus 3,000. So our answer for year 1 is 3,150. Now let's apply the same formula to year 2. In this case, instead of this year being 3,000, we need to apply the number 3,150, since the formula assumes that the year 2 would use the previous year's number of plants as an input. So what we get is 3,150 would replace the n this year. Since year 2 is next year, then year 1 is this year, plus 0.2 times 3,150. Again, it replaces the value for n this year. And times 1 minus 3,150 over 4,000. Let's perform calculations. 3,150 plus 0.2 times 3,150 times, And let's convert 1 into a fraction form. And what we get is 4,000 over 4,000 minus 3,150 over 4,000. So moving on to the next step, we keep the first part the same. 3,150 plus 0.2 times 3,150 times. And the result in the brackets, 4,000 minus 3,150 leaves us with 850 in the numerator. And we have 4,000 in the denominator. And we can use the calculator, and that helps us a lot. We start first by dividing 850 by 4,000. And after that, we would multiply it by 3,150 and then by 0.2. And only after doing the multiplication part, at the end, we should add 3,150. And we would arrive at our final answer of 3,284. And this is our final answer.